How you doing? I'm Mike Collins. I was offense coordinator for Basha High School. I've been coaching youth football and high school football for about 11 years now. Had the opportunity to work with Mike Alexander in VR Sports last year, actually came out right before spring ball, and Mike was telling us about this technology and this headset, and hey, you can put it right in your cell phone. And honestly, like, I'm not a techie, I had no clue what he was talking about, but it sounded neat, and I knew that kids really like technology. So we got our two quarterbacks together with Mike, and we put a cell phone in the headset, and he turned on the video clips, and I could tell that the kids were smiling from ear to ear. So I wasn't really sure what they were looking at, but I thought it was pretty cool. So we started using Mike during practice, and we had a pretty unique situation last year where we had two really good high-level quarterbacks, and we had one of the best receivers in the state. And what I really liked using the virtual reality for was when we would go back at the end of practice, when you have one of the top quarterbacks and one of the top receivers in the state, they have a tendency to find each other a lot. And a lot of times as a coach, I'd be looking to one side of the field while the quarterback was always throwing to the best guy on the field. And I'd be like, oh, didn't you see the corner was open, or how come you didn't throw the hitch? And he's like, oh, but we only had one guy covering our best receiver. And so the best part about the reality, and what I like to use it for, was at the end of practice, we'd go back and we could have him turn his head and look at what the other side looked like, because they're going to remember what their main side looked like, but now we can go back and like, look, this is what the backside was, this is how the backside opened up, and maybe we can show him too that he was staring down that main receiver all the time and not looking at the whole field. And we ran a lot of 5 receiver wide, 4 receiver wide sets last year, so we couldn't just key on one receiver, and it really helped Ryan Kelly spread the ball around and gain trust in his other receivers that they were also going to get open, they were going to run good routes, and they were going to be where they were supposed to be. Another situation that happened throughout the year is number one quarterback went down, and coming out of the 4th game of the year, got hit in the shoulder. It was his throwing arm, bruised, didn't feel right. We knew not to push him, so we threw our backup quarterback in, and our backup quarterback hadn't had all the reps on the field that Ryan had through 7-on-7, through spring ball, through summer, but he had just as many reps in the virtual reality headset. And so every time that Colin, the backup, would watch the video, it was just like him being in that situation and him looking at what decision he would have made and where would he have released the ball. And I think that gave him that chance and that confidence. So when he did get on the field, he ended up having almost a 300-yard passing, 100-yard rushing game, was the Arizona Cardinals Player of the Week, was the Ace Hardware Player of the Game, and he was literally came off the bench and hadn't really thrown a pass all season long until that game. So I think through the virtual reality headset, it helped him get those reps without actually getting those reps in practice.